right, lovely people, we have a new read to talk about. It's Fire Shut Up in My Bones by Charles Blow. This conversation is actually going to be about more than a book, but let's start with the book. Well, y'all know my books are always raggedy when I'm done reading them. They're lived in, okay? Don't talk about me. All right, so Fire Shut Up in My Bones tells the story of New York Times columnist Charles Blow growing up in rural Louisiana. And listen, this book starts off diving you into the story. In the beginning of the book, he's 21 years old in college, and he's driving back home to North Louisiana to kill his cousin Chester, who sexually assaulted him as a child. Whew. Who is going to put a book down when that's the first few pages of the book? And the book becomes about how he tries to move past that trauma, which is extremely difficult, and how he begins to battle with his own sexuality. It's a very complicated topic, and I will say I haven't read a book that tackles a Black male dealing with bisexual feelings. Y'all know I always have a favorite sentence in a book, and at one point in the book, Charles is about to go work for the CIA, and he's doing an interview, and one of the questions is, have you ever had sex with a man? Charles answers no, and the lie detector test is like going crazy. Thinks about it. He answers yes. And the lie detector test is still like going crazy. And so here's where my favorite sentence comes in. He says, "It took a machine designed to catch liars to help me see that I didn't yet know my own truth." So remember I said that this conversation is more than the book. The book is a really good read, but why I picked it up is really what I want to talk about. So the Metropolitan Opera House in New York, in its 138-year history, has never presented an opera by a Black composer. The first Black composer at the Metropolitan Opera House in New York is a New Orleans man, Terence Blanchard. And his opera was based off of Charles Blow's Fire Shut Up in My Bones. See how it all ties together? You might know Terence Blanchard from scoring Spike Lee films, or because he's an Oscar nominee, or because he's won like half a dozen Grammys. I didn't get to see the show at the Metropolitan Opera House in New York, but they showed it in theaters for one weekend. So I saw it here in New Orleans, made sure that I finished reading the book before I saw the show. It was phenomenal. I loved enjoying the combination and like experiencing the story in two different ways. So let's go. You know, we always got to root for our New Orleanians out here doing big things. Congratulations to Terence Blanchard and to Charles Blow for writing this amazing book.